It's 4 p.m. I'm in the car. Work is done. Usually I commute home, but today I got my allergies tested. Thankfully, I'm only mildly allergic to grass, which I expected. None of the major ones. I was really worried about dairy because I just love yogurt so much, but we're good there. Usually I take the bus home and it's this huge process. Bus, train, bus. Takes me a long time. I read books, listen to music. But today, allergies. Driving the car, which means that we get a quick head start home. Bridge is gonna be an absolute disaster. It's beautiful weather here though. Really looking forward to just playing some tunes and just sitting back watching the sunset. I don't even care if there's traffic today. I know I'm gonna be in a great mood. That's just the power of a beautiful sunset right behind me. That's the bus I would normally be on. My work has a school bus that takes us across the bridge. It's so weird being on a school bus as an adult. Man, are those seats small. They're not built for people our size, I'll tell you that. But let's get driving. Okay, the commute home took an hour and I have to go pee so bad. So I'm gonna make this quick. The first step to a good evening routine is to like reset physically after I come home from work. Usually I work out in my garage, but once a week I go to the pool and I swim for 30 minutes. I've gotten really good at swimming. It went from being a very stressful activity to a nice relaxing one. So I'm gonna go and do like 1,000 meters. I don't know, we'll see how busy it is. First step is to move the body, get all this like nervous energy that I have pent up. Just feels good to reset after I come home. I will see you in the pool. So the pool that I usually swim at is always so busy. I don't know, you see people online and they swim and the pools are empty and it's like easy to film. Not here. And I'll tell you, running, biking, swimming is the hardest to get B-roll yourself. I mean, look at these just crazy shots that I'm getting. I did about 2 lanes with my GoPro, just showing you guys what I'm doing. Usually I swim with both hands, not one. But that was the swim, 1,200 meters. Like I said, I just do freestyle for about 30 minutes, call it quits. God, this is the lowest setting of the light. It looks like a crime scene. How was the swim? Thoughts? I couldn't really get into a rhythm this time. Overall, pretty standard. I felt a little bit more tired, especially in the upper body. My right arm, elbow, with my arthritis is always kind of messed up, but I've given up looking normal in parking lots when I talk. Oh well. Not much else to say though. That was the workout for today. That was a good enough movement. I don't know what I'm saying. Nothing but the essentials. Yes. I discovered this cereal this year. Favorite thing. Have a little bowl every single night. It's my one sweet treat that I let myself have. The first thing you gotta do when you get home is you gotta greet the dog. This isn't my dog. We're dog sitting. This is Milo. Milo, look right here. See, he's a good boy. A little nervous because he's home alone. But, oh yeah. Not on my jacket. He kind of smells a little bit too. But he's a good boy. Bro, not the Arc'teryx. I know. You missed me. I know. I missed you too. I'm back home, showered. My hair is a different style than every single video I do. I think it's time for a haircut. But if it seems like this video is all over the place, it's because I'm all over the place right now. The first 2 hours after work are always pretty hectic, no matter what I do. But it's 7 p.m. and it's finally time where I can like settle into my evening routine. And I thought I'd break it down for you guys, whiteboard style. We're back in school because it's just very easy to explain it this way. So this is my evening routine 2025. It's pretty simple. I break it down into 3 pillars: body, mind, and soul. I know, kind of like spiritual, but hopefully it'll make sense in a second. One of the things that I've learned after graduating university, I actually can't stand how my hair looks right now. I don't like it. All right, is this better? One of the things I learned after graduating university is that you have much less time in the evenings if you work full time. I had huge expectations for myself when I first started. I was gonna work out, I was gonna do XYZ, and I just burnt myself out. I couldn't do it. I was staying up way too late. Every single night was a failure for myself. I couldn't do it. So this is taken me some trial and error, but I'm pretty happy with what I have so far, and it's been sustainable up until this point. So that's the first thing. Second thing, use if useful. I love this line. This is my evening routine. It is highly specific to me. You have a very specific life yourself. If any of this is useful, cool. If it's not, I'm sorry, this is just what I do. Okay, first pillar, body. So that's broken down into two categories. Movement, that's essential. And two, eating, that's also essential. So the first thing I'm gonna do when I'm done explaining here is I'm gonna go make my dinner for the evening. Also make my breakfast for the next day. The second pillar, mind. I don't really like to watch TV or something like that when I eat food. I prefer to like be working on something. So a couple weeks ago, I was working on like a craft. I made a little children's book. Last week I was editing a video. I just like to have like a project that I'm working on. It just helps me, like, helps with my creative energy. I don't know, kind of sounds silly. So again, that can be anything. And then the third one is soul. Love that one. Big category. I just came up with it now. And that's when I do something to help myself like wind down in the evening. This can be breath work, this can be going for a walk, this can be journaling, this could be as simple as listening to some music, it could be as simple as eating a bowl of cereal that I really like. It can be anything that I just want to do. And I know when you have a nighttime routine, it can be really easy to be like, I need to do all these things like journal, breath work, meditate, stretch. Sometimes you just don't have time. It's so unrealistic. So I just tell myself to pick one. Like yesterday I went for a nice long walk with my sister in the evening. That was the sole thing. So, and then obviously chores and my final bed routine. But chores, clean my room, do the dishes. Gotta have a clean room before you go to bed. Always better to have a nice clean room. I say that and my room was like a huge mess in the last video. Anyways, enough talking, let's start doing this. Step one, body is almost done. That's dinner. Looking a little brown, but I have vegetables at lunch, so don't worry. Yogurt, got my bowl of cereal prepped. This is lunch tomorrow. I haven't cooked breakfast yet, but I'm getting mighty hungry. It is a little bit late, 8 o'clock. Whenever I film this stuff, it always takes longer. I usually am a little bit further ahead, but it's time to feast. Yes, I have lit myself a candle. Today, I think I'm just gonna edit the video that I'm currently filming. When you make lifestyle content, it can be really easy to get into the trap of your life just being content, and I have like no creative stuff going on. Milo, I have no creative stuff going on aside from like the actual video, so like they're self-referencing a lot, and that's one of the things I don't like, but I'm too tired to think of something else to do today, so we're just gonna roll with it. Have my dinner. Welcome to the downstairs washroom. I'm gonna take you guys through my like right before bed routine. I don't know, this feels kind of personal, even though I don't do anything like anything specific at all, but it's very simple. I'm a guy. Not that guys can't have complicated nighttime routines, but I'm a simple one. So I always start with washing my face. I've had really bad acne growing up, so kind of devised a pretty good system, I guess. Now you're gonna see my toque hair, very Canadian. Wash your hands first. I prefer like lukewarm water, not hot. I use the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. Oh man, the sounds in the mic is probably gonna be crazy. Apologies. Ah, it's hot. Whew. Okay, we're just gonna go cold. I have a clean face towel here. The important thing is to not like rub it, is just to like dab your face. Apparently that helps with acne, I guess. I'm not a dermatologist, but I see one tomorrow. So I see one for my psoriasis, which you can see on my scalp right there, maybe. All right, while my face is like naturally drying, I'm gonna brush my teeth quickly. I forgot toothpaste upstairs. I'll be right back. I have returned my electric toothpaste. I'm not a dentist either, but when you use an electric toothbrush, you are not doing the brushing. You like let it do the brushing for you. And these toothbrushes are nice because they have like a 2-minute timer built in. So it lets you know when the time is up. Toothbrushing is done. Now I use the floss sticks. I guess I could just look in the mirror. I keep forgetting to do that. But yeah, make sure that you floss. It's very important for cavity protection. But I'm not your dentist, so you don't have to listen to me. So I've had really bad nasal congestion. Can you guys hear the faucet dripping? For like 3 years now. And I actually went and saw a bunch of specialists this week about it. So I saw an ENT, ear, nose, throat doctor. He stuck a camera up my nostrils and said, yep, you've got chronic sinus inflammation. Gee, awesome. It can be fixed by my arthritis medication. Other than that, there's not much I can do. So I have bought some very expensive nasal strips. These are fancy ones. Pretty much 2 magnets go on your nostril, one here, and then this clear band goes on your nose and it like pulls your nostrils open. Anyways, it's not cheap, especially here in Canada, but it is the best nasal strip I've ever used. So I do highly recommend them. I'll show you how they look in a second. Why is it so difficult to peel off though? Lighting is terrible. Didn't do the best job placing it. And then the last step is I moisturize CeraVe. You can see it right here. I'll show you guys just like how these nasal strips work. So there's a magnet here and a magnet here, and then here is the clear strip. They have like different sizes. And then when it goes on, it like pulls your nostrils outward. Sorry, I'm not holding the camera very steady, but like that. I don't know. Does my nose look slightly bigger? I didn't line them up perfectly, but it does help. So don't knock it until you try it. If you like have bad nasal congestion as well, I can't say that word. I have decided that today's activity for the soul is taking Milo for a little spin around the block. Spinning the block with Milo. He looks a little freaky with the flash on. But he's a bit of a slow walker, so we're not gonna go far. We're gonna take in the sights and the sounds together. And he's gonna take in the smells. We're done the walk, so that the soul part is done of the evening. Now it's time to do the final wind down. It's 9:45, just a smidge late. Usually we like to be in bed about like 9:30 latest. I'm one of the guys, the room needs to be dark and as cold as possible. So I have blackout curtain. I have an AC unit that I use year round, and then I have a fan right there. Here's my bed. I'm going to maybe read for a little bit. Milo's in the room with me tonight because there's no one else to take him. He moves around a lot, kind of disrupts my sleep, but he's more anxiously attached than I am, which says something. So I couldn't do it to him. I couldn't kick him out. So just don't make my sleep terrible, Milo. Please, just sleep through the night. But with that, I'm going to end this video. This has been my evening routine. Kind of personal, I guess, showing you how I get ready and how I wind down for an evening. But as you can tell, there's not much time. I know, Milo, I know. There's not much time to do all the fun things that I want to. But through small changes, I can make progress. You know, I can still get stuff done. I can still work out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.